Healing doesn't always look strong. Sometimes it looks like distance. Sometimes it looks like silence. Sometimes it looks like a man who just isn't the same anymore. And the truth is, most people miss the signs completely. Because when a man starts healing, he doesn't usually announce it. He doesn't post about it. He doesn't even always understand it. But there are signs. Quiet ones. Subtle ones. Real ones. And if we're honest, some of us are healing right now and don't even realize it. A lot of us grew up thinking healing meant becoming happier overnight. Like one day we'd just wake up and everything would be okay. But real healing doesn't work like that. Real healing is messy, slow, uncomfortable. Sometimes healing actually feels worse before it feels better. And the hardest part? Most of the signs that we're healing don't look like progress at all. They look like struggle. So if you've been feeling different lately, this might be why. Here are some signs a man is healing that most people miss. One of the first signs we're healing is distance. Not because we hate anyone, not because we think we're better than anyone, but because we start realizing that some environments only exist to drain us. The conversations feel different. The jokes don't hit the same. The energy feels off. And for the first time, we actually listen to that feeling instead of ignoring it. Healing sometimes looks like loneliness before it looks like peace. There comes a point where we just get tired of defending our feelings, tired of justifying our boundaries, tired of trying to make everyone understand us. So we stop explaining. Not because we don't care, but because we finally realize we don't need permission to grow. That quiet confidence, that's healing. This one surprises a lot of us. We think healing means feeling less pain, but sometimes healing means feeling more. Stuff we buried starts coming up. Memories hit harder. Loneliness feels heavier, and it's uncomfortable. But feeling again is part of coming back to life. Numbness isn't strength, it's survival. Feeling is healing. For a lot of us, saying no feels unnatural. We're used to pushing through, sacrificing, providing, enduring. So when we start setting boundaries, it feels selfish, it feels wrong. But protecting our peace isn't selfish, it's necessary. And the guilt we feel when we first start doing it, that's usually a sign we're not used to being respected, even by ourselves. Healing often looks like isolation from the outside, but there's a difference between being alone and rebuilding. Sometimes we need space to think, space to breathe, space to figure out who we are without all the noise. We're not always withdrawing because we're broken. Sometimes we're withdrawing because we're rebuilding. Things that used to set us off don't hit the same anymore. Not because we don't care, but because we're learning to pause. We start realizing that not everything deserves a reaction. Not every battle needs to be fought. Not every comment needs a response. That pause between what happens and how we respond, that's growth. That's healing. This is a big one. When we're really struggling, we stop thinking ahead. We just survive day to day. So when we start imagining a better life again, even a little bit, that's a sign something inside us is changing. Maybe we start setting goals. Maybe we start taking small steps. Maybe we just start hoping again. Hope is one of the strongest signs of healing there is. Healing doesn't always mean reconciliation. Sometimes it just means letting go of the weight. We stop replaying things as much. We stop needing closure from people who can't give it. We stop carrying anger everywhere we go. That doesn't mean it didn't matter. It just means we're choosing peace over poison. This one is quiet, almost invisible, but it matters more than anything else. The voice in our head gets a little less harsh. We beat ourselves up a little less. We start giving ourselves a little more grace. Not all at once, just slowly. And that slow shift, that's healing at its core. For a long time, a lot of us live by expectations. Be strong, don't complain, provide, handle it, figure it out. So we become who we think we're supposed to be, instead of who we actually are. But healing starts to change that. We start questioning things. What we want, what we tolerate, what we actually need. And sometimes that means we change. We outgrow certain roles, certain habits, certain versions of ourselves. Not everyone understands that. Some people liked us better when we were quieter, easier, more predictable. But healing isn't about being convenient for other people. It's about being honest with ourselves. And one of the biggest signs we're healing is when we stop pretending we're okay with things that hurt us. That's not weakness. That's growth. That's healing. Healing isn't loud, it's not dramatic, it's not perfect, and it definitely isn't linear. Some days we feel strong. Some days we fall right back into old patterns. But that doesn't mean we're failing. It means we're human. If any of these signs sound familiar, there's a good chance we're healing right now, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. And if no one's told you this lately, progress doesn't always look like progress when you're the one living through it. If this video resonated with you, you're not alone in this. And if you're on this path too, stay with it. We're getting there, one step at a time. Subscribe for more videos about growth, healing, and the battles we fight silently.